Hello, TIAGO from TVS Aquatics. Today I'm doing another video for you guys. A little bit about canisters and how they work and so forth, and starting off with a canister. So hope you enjoy it. Thank you. Okay, how a canister actually works. On the E-Heim here, you have your pipes going into it. So basically the water's passing through the canister and back out into your tank. So most of your filters have to work like that, but basically the water passes through some form of media, so sponges or noodles or so forth, and then returns back into the tank. How an actual filter works is little bacteria grow. Okay, that's why I'll explain the media to you. You've got media which basically grows little tiny bacteria that actually start to convert the ammonia and so forth. So your first stage, it'll actually convert the ammonia first into nitrite and then nitrate. That's what we want, the bacteria. So it's a living organism that actually works. It's not, a lot of the people think the filters just catch the poo and keep the fish tank clear. More importantly than that, they actually convert your water. They change it from ammonia, which is unsafe, and nitrite, to nitrate, which is safe for fish. How that does that, the water passes through. With this particular, it's an E-Heim 2215. It does 620 litres an hour. So basically every hour, 620 litres is going through this system. E-Heim are actually quite good because they rate their canisters with media in it. You've got to watch that. A lot of the canisters will say, oh, it's 1,000 litres an hour, but that's without media in them. E-Heim are actually really good. They rate their canisters, so once you've got media in there, it'll actually do 620 litres an hour. So let's say you've got a 100 litre tank and you put a 2215 on it. Every hour, the whole volume of your tank is going through here 6 times. So all the water in your fish tank is going through this canister 6 times every hour. So that's what converts it. So basically you feed your fish, you get ammonia, and the water passes through the actual canister, and it actually converts that wastewater into safe water, into nitrate. So you've got ammonia through your water, and it'll actually start to convert it and make the water safe for your fish. And that's why it's so important that your filter is actually running right. On a brand new system, the filter isn't established, so there's no bacteria in it. So you basically got to establish this filter. It normally takes a period of 4 to 8 weeks to establish a filter with bacteria. There is products that you can buy, which is live bacteria, which makes the process quicker. But without doing it, how you actually do it, you basically need ammonia to start that off. So the easiest way to do it is actually stock your fish tank with low levels of fish. So you want to find a medium where you're getting ammonia, but you don't want it to go too high where it's actually killing the fish. So what process you actually do, so you've got your tank at home, you've just filled it with water, introduce a few fish. Now depending on the size of the tank, depending on how much load you should put it on a small 100 litre tank, you'd add maybe 3-4 little fish. Okay, and that will actually start the process. So what you want to do, you need that ammonia to start the bacteria to actually cultivate in your filter. So you need the fish. The key to it is not to put too many fish in at once. So a small number of fish, don't feed them heavily, and that will start the actual process. If you're actually testing your water, you'll see the conversion. You'll get ammonia, it will start to change to nitrite and then nitrate. So if you're testing it on a day. Okay, in established tanks, so you've cycled your tank and everything's running well. Let's say your tank's 6 months old, everything's running really well. What you've got to watch out for when cleaning your filter is that you don't over-clean your filter. It's a common mistake people make, is actually over-cleaning the filter. Filters, as I explained before, work on bacteria. So what can happen is if you take out your filter, clean it all under the tap, wash out all your media, what can actually happen? You'll kill the bacteria that is established by now. That's a big no-no. So what actually happens is, if you kill off all your bacteria by this stage, and you would obviously have your tank stocked with fish, you've killed off the bacteria. Let's say you go out, rinse it all out, clean it all out. It'll run really well. It'll pass through the actual filter really well. But what happens is the bacteria is no longer there. So over generally a period of a week, the ammonia levels start to really rise because you've got the tank full of fish. It'll start to rise. What will happen? Either the fish will get sick or they're going to pass away. So that's what you don't want to be doing. So let's say, okay, you've got your filter. Let's say you want to clean it all out because the filter is slowing down in the flow rate, and generally that's what I watch out for. So when you filter, you notice the flow rate start to drop off. It generally means it needs a clean out. Generally what we do clean are the sponges. That's what we either replace. Some of the softer ones we generally replace because they get very clogged up. But generally what we do clean is this. And the best way to clean it is in water that you've just taken out of your tank. So you've done a water change on your tank. If you actually rinse these out in water, because there's no chlorine inside the actual water, so you rinse these out, that's the best way. You can wash them under the tap, but with your media, definitely do not wash these under the tap. So, because the chlorine in tap water will actually kill the bacteria off, and that's when you start to get issues. With the media, if it does have a lot of particles in it and it is quite dirty, you can rinse them out. Do it in tank water and do it quickly because the bacteria, if you leave it out of the water, it dies quite quickly. So you want to be doing it carefully. Give it a quick rinse, putting it back in the canister and making sure it's back in water again. You don't want that bacteria dying off. It's a big no-no. So yeah, you've rinsed it out, put it back in, get your filter running again, and if you've done it right, there'll be no issues. Just be really careful in cleaning out your filter. People think, oh, you know, it's the most important thing. No, filters actually work quite well when they're dirty, believe it or not. Well, there's plenty of bacteria in there that actually convert the water quite well. As long as the water is passing through there, generally it's doing its job. Okay.